Hello and welcome to Culture Shocked, the pop culture podcast brought to you by four aging millennials and our outdated opinions. I'm Mike and I'll be your host this episode. Joining me today is...
Hey, I'm Adrian and I love Deke, the house elf.
I'm Corey, and you can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Oh, God,
Shut
he quoted her.
the fuck up. If you're an aging millennial and a big gamer, admit it, you've always wanted an RPG-style Harry Potter game. We have all wanted to have our own wands and cast spells. We all have had that annoying coworker we wish we could Avada Kedavra. So kick back, Accio that beverage, obliviate your mind, and enjoy as we discuss Hogwarts Legacy.
You're a wizard.
So naturally, I was going to host this episode because I was the first one to play it. In fact, I think I beat it before either one of you played it.
You definitely beat it before I did.
No, before you even had it, before you had the game.
Oh yeah, actually, he might have. Well, I had it day one, but I think he beat it before I really got too far in.
Well, so I bought this game as a Valentine's present to Amber because ever since it was how I worded it.
Me too.
She fucking loves this game. So how I worded it is like it's kind of like a Valentine's present for both of us.
Like lingerie.
Home. Yeah.
I don't understand lingerie.
Son of a bitch.
But I purchased the deluxe edition, which gave me a 3-day, early access. So we were playing it. Unfortunately, I got sick the day it came out. So
wow, funny how that falls into place.
Yeah. So her and I we spent all day playing the game, switching back and forth. And I'll tell you, at the beginning of the game, as you guys know, it's really easy to switch back and forth because there's not really a lot of fighting aside from like the tutorial in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inside
in the beginning of the game, the tutorial is really like the most you get out of the fighting until you kind of get closer,
I mean, you can basic attack all those pots on the way.
Dude, and I 100% did too.
I did too.
So, did you guys like a normal person who's played RPG games before? Did you, when you were doing that whole what the hell is that place? They were like, it was like ancient ruins or whatever. When you were trying to follow the path with Professor Fig, did you guys search for chests?
Oh yeah, I looked around every little corner.
Yeah, me too. I remember at one point Amber's like, "What are you doing? You're supposed to follow him." I was like, "Trust me."
You must trust me. I need a lacewing fly.
Oh, that's something that we, because we collect that shit all the time.
Yeah.
So like we have way too much. Like we brew potions now because we have the shit to do it, and we still have way too much. But every single time I'm traveling and I see one of those things, every time I click square and I'm like, we needed that. We need these.
I Revelio every area I walk into and get everything I can.
Yeah. Did you
Even
know
if I
that
don't need it?
Did you know that for those field guide pages, when you hit Revelio, there's a ding that's nearby?
What do you mean ding?
Like when you hit Revelio and there's not a field guide page, there won't be a ding. But if there is a field guide page nearby, when you hit Revelio...
It makes like an audible ding.
Do you mean the flying ones?
No, all of them.
Or any of them? Yeah.
Any of them. There's a ding sound if there's one nearby.
Yeah, it's kind of like it dings and does like a magical like dust sound.
Yeah. And if the closer you are to it, the louder it is.
Well, I never even realized that.
Okay. I didn't know that, but I knew there was a sound.
They got like a sonar system in there. I guess like whenever I do a Revelio, like sometimes I hear ding, sometimes I didn't. I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah. We kind of discovered that on our own, and then I ended up reading about it after the fact. Yeah. Well, the nice part is, so I haven't done a lot of exploring with this game. Like I have like any missions I've done, but she's done most of the exploring, whereas anything that dealt with a lot of fighting, because like she only really has one good wrist.
Yeah.
So it's hard for her to do the combat right now. Anything that had to do with heavy fighting, I did. So she would save those missions for me to do when I was home.
Oh, nice.
So she's done all of the exploring. She found all the flu powders,
And you did most
like
of
all
like
the
the
Flip Powder
fighting.
locations, and I've done all the fighting and stuff. So it was like a really cool team effort, and it's kind of how we approached the whole thing, which was really cool. So it's been a fun activity for both of us. I just, it's been kind of nice. I don't think I've ever had that, with anybody before, so it's really cool.
Like the gaming aspect, like doing it together.
I mean, it was a very common thing we were doing almost every night before bed.
Oh, so we got to ask. Like, I'm surprised we made it this long, but what house did everybody get, and did you change to fit your ideal house, or did you stick with what you got?
Corey, go ahead. You go first.
I got Gryffindor first try. I wasn't even trying. I was curious if it would happen.
Yeah.
Didn't even have to try.
That's what's up. You were happy with that.
Questions correctly, I suppose.
Well,
Gryffindor was what I wanted to play at first as.
Well, correctly is a loose term. I mean, there's 4 houses.
Well, that's what my Pottermore test said I was, so that's correct.
Oh, okay.
Me.
Okay.
So I was hoping that's what I got.
I'm gonna say from my point of view, the Gryffindor are evil.
Exactly. So my second playthrough, I got Slytherin right away. Like, no, I didn't have to choose it or anything like that.
Wait, what were you the first time?
Notice how he leads with my second playthrough.
Amber, she answered the questions and stuff the first time, which I helped her answer them because she wanted me to. She was like asking my opinion, like how I thought her personality she should answer them.
Oh, okay.
And she got Hufflepuff, and she's like, "No, I'm not being a Hufflepuff." So she picked Gryffindor.
Well, from what I hear, Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw have the best quests.
They do. Hufflepuff has Dementors and shit.
Yeah, Hufflepuff has Dementors.
I know we're almost 9 minutes into this, but if people don't know, this is going to be a spoiler-heavy episode if you haven't played the game.
This episode will definitely revelio some spoilers.
Nice.
That's what I did there. That killed me.
So, yeah, if you are a Hufflepuff...
Avada Kedavra.
Avada Kedavra!
He asked me to kill him. I had to do it.
Oh, I like how Mike went with the Ray Fiennes version.
Well, you got to understand that Voldemort didn't have a nose, so it was really hard for him to speak.
That's true. Mike, give us your best Voldemort laugh.
Oh, yeah. Sure, yeah.
Harry Potter's dead! Harry Potter's dead!
Speaking of spoilers...
Harry Potter's dead.
Harry Potter's dead.
Yeah.
In Hogwarts Legacy, Harry Potter's dead.
Sorry, guys. Harry Potter is in his dad's nutsack.
And long before that.
I don't even think his dad is
his great grandfather's.
He still has a nutsack. He's a person. Okay.
Wait.
Listen.
People have nutsacks?
Yes.
All people?
Listen, all people.
Carry the one.
He said he still has a nutsack. He's a person.
That's right. Now I don't know where I was going with that.
Well, that's going to do it for all Material Culture Show.
Oh. Okay. No.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
Did you know that if you do use the killing curse on a student, a bunch of aurors and professors will show up and attack you? They have unlimited health and unlimited aurors, and they will put you in Azkaban. You end up in Azkaban in your pajamas, and you can't get out of your cell.
You can attack a student with a killing curse?
Yeah, there is a certain way you could do it, and they'll just all show up, and they'll put you in Azkaban, and you're in a little cell with chains on the wall and a bed and a roommate that's just standing against the door, and that's all you can do. Nothing else happens.
Nothing else matters.
That's crazy. Corey, Corey, you were Gryffindor. Mike, your second playthrough, you were Slytherin. What did you end up being? Because you were talking about Amber got Hufflepuff.
Yeah. But then she changed it to Gryffindor. No, well,
what were you your first time?
That was also my first time because, like I said, we share the game.
Oh, right. Okay, so you guys collectively were Hufflepuff.
Then we chose Gryffindor because she said, "I ain't a fucking Hufflepuff." She pulled an Adrian.
Yeah, right. And just so we know, that is a me. In this game, said I'm a Slytherin, so fuck you, Pottermore. Of course, this one only asks you 2 questions.
Yeah, that's actually a big complaint of mine about this. Like, I understand, like, they put so much work into this game, right?
Right, everything is beautiful.
Fuck it, the pictures move like they should, and
the attention to detail in the environment is unparalleled.
I only have like 2 major complaints about this game, and it's still one of my favorites. So, like, this game is in my top 3
of all time.
Of all time, yeah.
Of all time
So-
Harry Potter games? Because there's been some bangers.
It's number one there.
What? Over the
I
old
don't know.
movie video games?
I feel like
So-
that's a little premature.
But so my two biggest gripes about this game, numero uno, is the Sorting Hat ceremony. You only get asked 2 questions. You cannot determine a person's house off of 2 questions. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah, they should, like you said, like any little tiny criticism, I think we're all kind of on the same page with this game. So anything we're saying is just like to let you know that, there are a small thing, like nothing's perfect. But the Sorting Hat thing, as much details went into this game, I wish they would have at least asked you maybe 5 questions.
Yeah, 5 would have been fine.
Right.
I am happy that they got I'm pretty sure it's the same voice actor for the Sorting Hat.
Oh, that's cool.
I think it's I think he did that stuff before he passed away, because you guys do know that he passed away, right?
No, I didn't know
Well, now you do.
that. Now you do.
The Sorting Hat voice.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I read that. Maybe I'm wrong.
We're getting old. It
Let
seems
me
like
see.
it seems like everything
He
we
did
talk
a few
about.
voices in the game.
Oh, what else did he do?
I will find that out.
Oh, okay. Fucking thing sucks. We're getting old is because we talk about different movies and TV shows and stuff, and everything we talk about, there's at least one dead person for it.
So to put some respect on the name, Leslie Phillips, who voiced the Sorting Hat in the Harry Potter films, he did pass away at the age of 98 back in November of 2022.
98 though.
Yeah, I mean he lived a full life.
All right.
So I don't know if it's his voice in the game or not.
Wait, when did it say he died? What year?
November beginning of November, I think.
It's not his voice as the Sorting Hat, but I will tell you, this guy actually played a few really big characters in the game.
Oh,
His name is Jason Anthony. He did the Sorting Hat. He was Victor Rookwood. He was Nearly Headless Nick and Peeves.
nice. Oh, fucking
And
Peeves is so
Professor
annoying in this game.
Bins.
Huh.
So he's actually a bunch of things.
He played a lot of big parts.
Yeah.
So
And then Professor, and then Professor.
Professor.
Would you say Biscus Camp?
Bins.
Who's that one?
Don't know.
I don't know him either. All the other ones are
don't
big names.
recognize
not it wasn't an important one. That's all I know.
Right.
So as somebody like Corey and I who've read the books, the Peeves that I read in the books was fun and awesome. The Peeves in this game, well, Corey.
Okay, but I am going to tell you that in the book, he was very known for turning students in, fucking with them.
Yeah, I think
he was
I
an asshole.
I didn't care for I guess the voice acting for him. The guy was amazing as a Sorting Hat, but I don't know. He was
didn't
really
like the
annoying.
Peeves thing?
It's just really fucking annoying. There were moments I laughed about some of the things he did, but
was he one of the characters that was in the books and had a role in the books and they cut him?
Yes.
From the movie?
yes, yep.
Yeah, they cut him out of the movies.
I remember you guys talking about him.
They completely did away with the whole ghost thing pretty much after movie.
Yeah, there was
it the second movie.
Yeah, they were just kind of in the background.
Yeah, the Adrian, how far into the game are you?
I'm level 17 or 18. I've done I fought the armored troll in Hogsmeade. I went to the Forbidden Forest. Just got past flying lessons.
Okay, so you did the Nearly Headless Nick rotten roast beef to get into the graveyard.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. No, he didn't.
No, not the rotten roast beef. I was Slytherin.
He's Slytherin, so he wouldn't have done that.
Oh, right.
So that's one of the things
They all
I do
have
love
their
about
own unique.
Yep. One of the things I love about this game is that particular mission to get that map or whatever.
Yeah,
it's different for each house.
Oh,
for Slytherin, we had to go down some fucking little thing.
Cave.
We talked to Scrope, which was the headmaster's elf.
Black's elf.
Yeah, we talked to Scrope because he left a bunch of notes for us. He's no. Notice how both house elves' names are very similar to Scrotum and Dick.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even argue that.
It was something Amber pointed out to me, and I was like, oh, "What the fuck?"
What the fuck?
So you guys and me are gonna have a different retelling of this story.
Well, I knew what you were talking about because we played Gryffindor the first time. So,
so you've done all my stories.
I did all your story stuff, so I know what you're talking about.
I'm surprised you guys. Did you know at the time you cleared it the first time with Gryffindor, did you know that Hufflepuff can meet Dementors?
No, I didn't.
I did not know.
I didn't look up
say,
anything about this game until
Yeah.
I finished it at least
Hufflepuff
once.
is the only one. In fact, that's what we're talking about. With the missions are all different. So the
Yeah.
mission to get that map for a Hufflepuff leads you to Azkaban.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
you get to go to
That's why.
Azkaban.
Yep, that's why you go to Azkaban as a Hufflepuff. And then Ravenclaw has like
So
the
you
most
can either
grandest fucking like common room.
I just want to say real quick, you can either play as Hufflepuff, or you can Avada Kedavra, another student, to get to Azkaban.
Yeah.
Just in two different senses.
So you can get there either way.
You can get there.
Yeah.
One way you leave, the other you don't.
Mike, what'd you say about Ravenclaw, though? They had like the nicest dorm.
They have the nicest looking common room. Yeah. Slytherin's is the biggest. It's the most. I guess what I meant is Slytherin is the grandest.
Yeah.
Ravenclaw is the nicest looking
Ooh.
one. Yeah. When I say the grandest, it's like huge, dude. It's fucking big.
Dude, it's fucking grand.
It's huge.
God damn it, it's huge.
Yeah, I just can't believe they did this game so fucking well. And I love that aside from a couple like little Easter eggs as far as names go, they didn't really connect it to the Harry Potter world, like not the
I didn't-
like the Harry Potter story at all.
I didn't want them to.
No, and I love that they did it that way. Like I know you got I can never say his name right.
Phineas Nigellus Black.
Yeah, Phineas Nigellus Black, voiced by Simon
Thank you,
Pegg,
Corey.
which is fantastic.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I think I love that they showed him because you do see his name on the wall at the Black
Yeah.
family house. I didn't know that he was a headmaster, so that's kind of cool. I love that
might have been right before.
maybe he was before.
No, I don't think he was right before. I almost said Gandalf.
No, well, it depends. Like because in the Fantastic Beasts movie, who's the headmaster in those? Because it's not Dumbledore. He's just a Defense Against Dark Arts teacher.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of, and I can't think of who it was at the time. But Phineas Nigellus Black, I believe, was before whoever that was. He was only a couple before Dumbledore actually became one. So
I was kind of hoping that there would be a reference to Dumbledore at least, because I think during this time he might have been around.
I don't think, because I think he was like 109 years old when he died, and this game was like 100 years before Harry Potter, so he'd have been a kid, kid, not even old enough for Hogwarts.
So it is. I do love because like you got your Professor Weasley, which clearly they had to put a Weasley name in there. Which
They put
was
a couple
cool.
Weasleys in the game.
Yeah, there's
They
that.
do.
And then there's her nephew, who's kind of a troublemaker, which is funny.
Yeah, did you help him get the feather?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I helped him.
And then Professor Sharp's like, "You helped a student." Da, 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 da. Shut up, dude. So
Leave it to Professor Sharp. What a dick.
one of my favorite missions, which Adrian you haven't got to yet, is you get to take Polyjuice Potion
Yeah.
and become.
Oh my god.
You get to become
Black.
Phineas
You get to
Nigellus
become
Black.
Headmaster Black.
And
Oh, really?
you get to talk to people on your way to finding your house elf, and you could be just such an asshole to people. It's just perfect because
No, because he is an
interactions are
asshole to
funny.
people. What I did, which was fun, was I was super nice to everybody, and it confused
Wow.
everyone because they're like, "What the hell?"
Oh, you were nice as the headmaster
Yeah, because he's
when
not
he's normally
nice.
a dick.
So I was nice to everybody because that was weird.
That's it. Little
very
reverse psychology there.
The very first thing you run into Professor Sharp, and he's like, "Hey, I got that that potion you asked for," and he's like, "Oh, you could talk to me about this now."
I don't think we
He's
should
like,
talk about it right
sir?"
here.
He's like, "You, I'll decide what is good for when you could tell me." he's like, "Well, it's for the boils."
And then he yells out, "Have a student bring it to my room. I hope it will clear all my boils." He like yells it out.
Oh shit.
I think Simon Pegg did that perfectly. It was so good.
He wasn't in the game as much as I wanted him to be, at least in Gryffindor's storyline. I don't know if he's in it more in the other ones, but
No, his part in the game is the same for all houses, I think.
Mm.
Aside from the brief moment with Slytherin, with you go to that cave, the cave belongs to his
family.
his unfortunately dead wife.
Okay. Have you guys seen the post recently? Like, Hogwarts Legacy players have massively fallen off. That's
No.
like it's coming out of like all these gaming sites and stuff, but it's like it's a single player.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like games like this fall off. You beat it and then you're kind of done with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe you do a second playthrough or something, but like that's such a dumb article. That's like such like clickbait.
I can see if there was an online aspect to it, but there's not.
Yeah, if there's like a player versus player or something.
This particular game at least lends itself to give you replayability 4 times or 3 more times after you beat it. Like
the other
you're gonna
houses.
you want to play all 4 houses.
But I assume a lot of people beat it once and they're like, all right, that was a great game.
I'm sure that did happen. Yeah.
Right, next game.
Do you know what else this game is very good for? Is there's so much to this game and so much land and open space.
Yeah.
It lends itself to DLC for years.
Oh yeah.
And they say that they have no plans for DLC at this time, but I guarantee you, with as much money as they made off this game, somebody's going, okay, we need to do something here. And there was actually a glitch in the game. They fixed the glitch. You can't do it anymore, I think. But there was a glitch in the game where if you got to a certain part of the map, you could actually kind of squeeze through a small hole and make it outside of the map. And
oh, really?
There was shit like
there was
actually designed and everything
outside of there.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Like some people even found chests to open. So they have plans to expand.
They had plans to make it. Yeah. That's awesome.
One of the crazy things I think about this is, not even a month after its release, Warner Brothers and all of them who've, worked on this game immediately were talking about making this game a franchise, not just one game.
Yeah, which I was going to say, there's definitely going to be a sequel, right?
Yeah,
I'm sure that's already...
Which will be awesome, but can we, next time we get this game, like we get another game, can we like start from the beginning of being a first year and make the story last all the way until we graduate? Because that would be awesome.
I mean, I feel like it wouldn't be any longer of a game. It would just get fast forwarded faster.
It would have to be longer of a game.
Why? Yeah, if you do from like, so what's year one? Like age 11,
you could only have one giant thing happen each year of your Hogwarts experience and still make it the same length of a game.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't like that.
But Mike, they can't make a 1 through 5 year long ass 80+ hour game. You know what?
They could if they weren't trying to pander to the old consoles still.
To the past generation.
Yeah.
And now that I bought a PS5, I totally agree with what you're saying. Well, they're scum.
I do feel that a lot of times with games when they try to release them for the new gen and the older consoles, I feel like newer games take a hit because they're still because they could do more with them if they weren't trying to find a way to make sure that this same game could be on an older console.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. They can't like push the boundaries, show off the new like power and graphics. And
how long has a PS5 and shit been out by now? Stop making games for PS4. Like,
well, when PS4 came
has
out, it took a good 4 or 5 years before they stopped making games for the PS3.
Yeah, because I know like earlier this year, the Dead Space remake, it has a PS4 version, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Legacy has a PS4 version?
Well, it's not out yet.
It's coming out.
They had to push it back. And of course, people are complaining about that. But seriously, do you want them to release something to you that's garbage? Because I can tell you right now, even what they released to the PS5 has bugs.
There's many bugs, and
they're not awful.
I have them written down.
You mean the little spiders?
There's big bugs also.
They're not awful. Most of the time, they're funny.
They're not like game breaking.
No, they don't fuck the game up. There was one that they fixed where, like, if you were accelerating at a high speed on the broom, you just couldn't stop. Like, you could not stop the broom at all. You had to flue powder your ass out of there just so you could get off the broom.
That's awesome.
It's like a cursed broom.
What if you name yourself Harry Potter in the game? Can you do that?
Well, if you use any of the male voices, you'll sound like him. So yeah,
that's true. Every single voice I tried was just Harry Potter.
It was. All they did is like tried to like change the pitch on it, and it did not work.
No,
sounded a little better for the women, but still, like it wasn't great either way. But Corey, are you gonna name some of those bugs?
Yeah, name some of these bugs.
Yeah,
my second biggest gripe.
This is actually part of my issues. I have 5 negatives for this game.
I like it.
Otherwise, a great game, but I have 5 negatives.
You're an asshole. You're a cynic like me. I love it. No.
I have become more of one for sure doing this podcast.
We have to talk about negative things,
and I've become more optimistic.
I'm gonna.
Nah, not really.
You become more willing to try things that you don't think you like.
Yeah, except Rick and Morty, which I'd probably love.
You probably would love it.
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
This isn't necessarily a bug, but some of the side missions, there are many of them, and a lot of them are very boring and tedious. Like any open world game, you're going to run into the same type of missions.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm still pretty early in, so all the side quests feel like they directly correlate with the story and they're done really well. But I could see probably how 30, 40, 50 hours in, you start to be like, all right, these are really side questy.
Once you're in the open world, they're very side questy.
Yeah. I hear a lot of people like love them. Like, I think that goes two ways.
There is, when you're done mentioning your things you have issues with, there is a side quest I want to talk about, and I hope you got to play it.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't do all the side quests. I wanted to finish this game.
As you guys heard earlier, I'm just like the question guy more than anything this round.
No, that's fine.
Because I'm like hours in, but not like 30, 40.
So two of the biggest problems this game has, and I'm hoping they can fix these. Frame rates drop a lot quite often when you're fighting. And a lot of times when you're going through doors, the world has to load. There's a buffering on the door, and then it'll open and you're in the world. It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen sometimes.
Right.
And there's a lot of lighting issues.
Uh-huh.
A lot of shading, lighting issues that shadows aren't where they're supposed to be. Lumos works for the most part, but there are certain caves you're supposed to be able to see in without Lumos, and you still have to use it.
Yeah. So your biggest complaints about the game are like technical?
Yeah. Well, no, there is. I actually have real problems with the game too.
No, I mean, those are problems as well. I'm just asking.
Now, I feel like too much of the history of the Keepers is in the game. I don't care about all of it. There's a little too much, but there's a little too much diving deep into it. There's too much dialogue of saying the same thing over and over again. How about you get back to your studies and we're going to dig more into this? I know.
Yeah.
You said it last time.
Well, you know what? You know what? Your character eventually, if you get far enough, because I don't know if have you beat it yet?
Yeah.
Okay. When your character gets far enough into that point, they eventually go, I know. Keep up with my studies. Like,
well, I know he kind of
acknowledge that it's repetitive.
He really only stops that line once near the end of the game.
Right.
Where he says, I know. It's right before you go to Bakar's thing. But
wait, you go see Picard in this game?
He sure does.
Star Trek Hogwarts crossover.
Beat me
That's right. Now, my two biggest gripes with this game are the lack of enemy variety. Things you fight, same people,
and they
same
reskin
spiders.
them too.
They reskin them, the same trolls, same goblins, same. And in my opinion, being somebody who plays From Software games, and this game has been compared to the Elden Ring and Dark Souls, the enemies are a little too easy once you get the dodging and spellcasting down. Like that super roll when you hold the button to roll away really far.
He said, I love that roll.
It's one of the best things in the game once you learn how to use it. You can get away from anything and blast a couple times, super roll blast, super roll blast.
Do you know what else you can do with that?
What?
Like, there's fucking little sections where you got to crouch and crawl through these like small.
Yeah,
openings.
you can just roll right through them.
If you start running and then hit the roll, perfect timing, you just go whoop right through it. Saves so much time.
God, that's something speedrunners will probably use a lot.
I'm definitely going to try to speedrun this game.
Neither one of you guys had the issue that I had with the terrible goddamn excuse of canceling the Blitzball season just to not put it in the game.
Oh, I hate that too.
Well, I said Blitzball.
You mean Quidditch?
Blitzball. I was just testing to see if Corey would go along with it, and he did.
Well, I like Blitzball. So.
Yeah, the exclusion of Quidditch.
I think down the road
Blitzball wasn't in it either. You're still right.
Goddamn, that's a sham. Blitzball.
I think
Blitzball X Quidditch.
I think Quidditch will be a DLC.
Oh, I can see that.
That would be cool.
I'm thinking maybe it's something they've been working on, and they're still like trying to hammer out the mechanics of it. So they were just like, you know what, fuck it, we'll just release the game without it, and then we'll figure it out along the way.
This game itself is a prime example of it's worth it to wait because it got delayed a few times. I don't know if you guys saw back. I think this was a year, 2 years ago. They were showing the original combat of this game, and it looked terrible. It was just like just like infinite, like stupefy, 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 and then he would duck and recover and get up, stupefy, stupefy.
It was a shooter.
Yeah.
Confrigo.
So thank God the what was it, Portkey Studios or whatever they are, they actually listened to the fans, because the fans are like, no, this combat is not it.
They're like, that ain't it, bro.
That ain't it.
Accio, Leviosa, Contego.
Nice.
I know what those things mean now.
I prefer Depulsa.
Like it like sends
Rita
like a
Repulsa?
blade almost, like a sideways blade at them. Did you I pretty much put everything on the dark arts thing so that it would curse everybody every time I did an attack.
So the first playthrough,
He said,
she was like really apprehensive about getting any of the dark magic.
she wanted to be good.
See, I tried that.
So
You always go evil your first
she
time.
was told the same thing you mentioned, where you end up in Azkaban if you use the killing curse on anyone.
Yeah.
But she was told it was if you use it on anyone, you break the game. And
Oh.
I'm
So
like,
she never used Avada
yeah.
Kedavra?
well, no, I have yet to use it.
What?
This second playthrough, I haven't beat it yet. Like we haven't got to that mission.
Oh, so the first one you guys chose not to use the
If
unforgivable
you, use it on the,
curses.
if you use it on the poachers or spiders in the woods,
yeah,
nobody
they don't
does
care.
anything.
Yep. Well, that's what when we were reading and stuff, because we belonged to a group on Facebook. Like I couldn't immediately joined a group on Facebook, and
Because you just wanted to talk about the game?
yeah,
I know you added me to it like right away.
Hell yeah.
I love this game's amazing. Yeah, I read so many people talking about just using it and using it and using it. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? So
Yeah, I know. I didn't shy away from it.
we didn't learn we didn't learn the killing curse the first go around. We turned Sebastian in, which
I didn't.
this time around, because
You guys are going two very different ways.
this time around because we are Slytherin, we will be keeping Sebastian around. Fuck you, ominous.
I actually, when I got to the ominous part where he asks if he should turn him in, I said yes. And then he says, I don't know, should we think about it? It gave me the prompt, no, we need to turn him in, or I changed my mind. I went, I'll give him a second chance.
Seems like a good guy from how much I know
But
about him.
if you don't, Mike, do you not know what you tell Sebastian at the end if you didn't turn him in?
No.
You actually explained to him that it was a goblin, that it wasn't a goblin that cursed his sister. It was actually Rookwood.
Yeah.
And he says, maybe I judged you too harshly. I need to apologize. Maybe goblins aren't all bad.
That's really cool.
So he said, perhaps I
fucking
judged
moment-
you. I treated you too harshly.
Yeah.
That fucking moment when you realize it was Rookwood because he says that same line, you're like, oh my fucking, are you serious?
Kids should be heard, not seen.
Yep.
Or something like that. I think it's something like that.
Wait, kids should be
that's the
seen, not
exact line.
heard?
Yeah. Yes. Kids should be
Is it
seen,
seen, not heard?
Yeah.
That means kids
Oh,
shouldn't
okay.
talk. They should just
Yeah.
be there.
Okay, yeah, I guess that
So,
makes sense.
Corey, did you not do the minding your own business side quest?
I didn't do a lot of side quests. I wanted to finish the story for this episode.
The minding your own business side quest is one that both of you are going to love because it's very horror-esque.
Is it Slytherin?
No, it's for
Or
it's for
everyone
everybody.
does this one?
It
Okay.
is a PS5 exclusive.
Ooh.
So-
Suck it, PS4. I'm so cool now.
There's a house elf in Hogsmeade after you unlock the Fire and Vice main story quest named Penny. And you talk to her and she mentions that her owner is trying to sell this store and you get this option to buy your own shop in Hogsmeade.
Oh, wow.
And so of course you're like, yeah, that's awesome. Have my own fucking shop in Hogsmeade? Fuck yeah.
Wait, as like the fifth year, you have a chance to like buy a...
Right. So when you go talk to this lady, she's like, well, you're just a student. Why? And you like kind of say whatever it is to convince her. So she's like, yeah, I like your enthusiasm. I like, you know what? I will sell it to you, and I'll even sell it to you at a fair price. Like she gives you a discount on the shop. Immediately right there, you should think to yourself, something's a little fishy about this.
Uh-huh.
So what
But then
happens
you find out
is-
nothing's fishy.
And it was perfectly legit.
It's a great investment.
She asks you to get some things out of her dead husband's chest that's in the back of the shop.
We go. Oh, I thought you meant like his
And-
actual chest. I said, yeah, it is kind of horror-esque. What's this
And,
fucking saw?
She's like, I can't bring myself to open it since he's died. Can you please get his things out of there and bring them to me? And you're like, yeah, of course, why not? So you open the chest. And as soon as you open the chest, you're like, oh, what the hell's in here? It just looks like a dark abyss.
Okay.
So with a ladder. So you're like, okay, I guess I'll climb down here. Because, every horror movie that's ever happened to has ended well.
Right. Because video game characters are stupid. They'll just keep going into the bad idea.
Yeah.
So you climb down in there, and as soon as you get to the bottom, the ladder disappears. And then you are locked into this quest until you complete it.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So there's a ghost of her husband, and he plays tricks on you the entire time. And he's not. They're not fun tricks.
Right.
He's kind of an asshole. But there's so many fucking moments in this quest where at some point you got to fight. You know those mannequins that people use for art.
Yeah.
Like the ones you can bend and form any way you want.
Mm-hmm.
You have to fight a bunch of those.
Are you trying to say you bend them, shape them any way you want them?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what that song's about.
Okay. So you fight some of those, but there are moments where you're like running through, and then if you turn back around, there's like 20 of them in your face that weren't there before, and you're like,
God.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, fuck that. And they're mannequins.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, that's a lot of people's fears, mannequins.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know you guys don't watch the show, but there is actually, Adrian, they kind of did this in Resident Evil 7, but in Doctor Who, there's this thing called the Weeping Angels that have their hands over their eyes. And if you look away, they like turn into beasts and they come towards you. And if you look back, they're closer to you, but their eyes, it's like the ghosts on Mario.
Yeah, it's like Boo.
Oh.
You have to continuously look at them till you're out of the room. But then they can follow you to the doorway. So you have to keep looking at the doorway, because if you turn and turn back, they'll be at the doorway and they'll follow you again.
And the music that's playing in the background is burr, burr, burr,
That's right.
Oh, of course. So they totally did like the Resident 8 Village like DLC thing. Like
or
with the
I was
mannequins
thinking
when you turn
the
around.
Resident Evil 7, like in the house, they move around.
Oh,
They'll be in
yeah.
one place, then you come in a room and they're like in your face.
Right.
But they're not evil mannequins, they're just kind of moving.
Right. Yeah. This is not, in fact, Resident Evil 7.
So during this quest, you get furniture flown at you randomly. You don't really know when it's coming.
Yeah.
Much
like real life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depends
Once
on your
it's happened-
relationship.
Relatable.
Once it's happened a couple times, you do see when it's coming, so you can kind of prepare for it and just fucking hit a basic spell cast to kill it before it even gets thrown. There's some crazy off the wall shit. An entire room gets flipped upside down. That you got to. I do love this about this game. It's very puzzle-esque. A lot of the things in it.
It is.
Nice. Yeah.
So, and this mission is no different. There's a lot of puzzles to figure out, but there's some jump scares to this. I'm not saying that they're like awful or anything.
Yeah, right.
But to a non-horror fan or somebody who's scared easily, absolutely is
very effective.
Like I said with the mannequins, you fucking turn around, boom, they're in your face. You're like, those fuckers were not there 2 seconds ago.
I am 98% sure they were not right here.
After that happened, every single one that I seen just chilling there, I fucking like, Confrigo, Bombarde, fuck you, die.
Can I tell you one of the spells that kind of pisses me off, though?
What?
Alohomora. It's like a lock-picking
Oh, and then they got that little mini game.
Yeah. It's not necessary. After the first time you do it, it's kind of unnecessary.
Well,
there's
that. Oh, God.
Go ahead.
I was going to say that one fucking kid. What's his name in Slytherin? The kid that you like duel beside and.
Oh, Sebastian.
Sebastian Sallow.
Yeah, you guys mentioned him earlier.
Yeah, he's a bit of a bitch.
Whoa.
Wait, Mike, what were you talking about? I had a point about him and it completely left me.
Oh, he was talking about the Alohomora.
Oh, yeah. And at one part of the game, thank you, Mike, he talks about, like, you can't do Alohomora because that one has, like, an anti-Alohomora charm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So why wouldn't they just always do that on locked doors?
Yeah.
Why would you want that? Give someone the chance to fucking Alohomora it? This game just created so many plot holes in Harry Potter.
You only have one Alohomora per wizard.
There's oh my god. There's a lot of that is a mixed review, that the Alohomora minigame. There are people that love it, there are people that hate it.
Yeah.
I'm indifferent. I enjoy doing it, but there are times where I'm just like, dude, in the movies they just fucking say it and it's done.
Dude, fuck off.
Here's what I think. The first time you use it, you should have had to do the lockpick minigame. Then when you learn the level 2 version where you can unlock more levels, you should have to do a harder minigame to unlock it.
Say,
Like with button combinations or something.
With button combinations or something. Then the third one more. And then after the first time, you just don't do it again.
Yeah.
Because you learned it. It's like when you do the wand thing.
Yeah.
To learn the spells, you should have to do it once.
Portkey Studios, if you're looking for a new game designer, he's right there.
I'm right here. P.O. Box 725 or whatever.
Wearing his Nintendo 64 shirt.
I am wearing it right now. I play video games.
I play video games.
The blanket behind me is Among Us.
Yeah, remember when that was the thing?
Yeah.
It used to be a thing. Game. It's very sus now.
But yeah, that mission's actually really fun, and it is beneficial. So I'm sure you've sold your gear that you don't need.
Oh yeah.
When you own your own shop, Penny, you keep Penny on. You don't have a choice. It gives you a choice to either tell her she's free or no, fuck you, you're going to still work for me because you're a lying bitch and didn't tell me about the fucking haunted chest in the back.
That whole dialogue's one option.
You know?
That is a weird option.
That's really long.
So if you were like, if you're pissed at her, you don't even fucking want her to be around. You're like, I'm going to free you. They act as if it's a nice thing that you're doing. And then she's like, oh, the thing that would make Penny the most happiest is if I stay here and work for you.
Oh, fuck you.
God damn it, Penny.
So either you set her free and she stays with you, or you say, fuck you, you're working for me and she works for you.
Yeah. So you get more money selling the things out of your shop than you do anywhere else.
So if you sell them to your shop, you make money, more money?
Well, what happens is you'll go there and Penny's like, do you have things that you would like Penny to sell? And she sells them for you.
Of course, it's like Breath of Fire 3 mechanics. You can get the fairies to make your shop for you.
Oh shit, yeah. I forgot
Remember
about
that?
So,
all right, I'm in.
Mike totally gets that
You
reference.
son of a bitch, I'm in.
Mike, remember that
son
part?
of a bitch. I totally remember that part, Breath of Fire.
Breath of Fire 3. Don't disrespect.
Breath of Fire 1.5.
Abracadabra.
But so the second thing that bothers me the most about this game, that I didn't talk about, is I think they royally fucked up with the staircase.
Yeah,
like that is not how
as,
the staircase looks in the movies or anything like that.
It'd have been cooler if they moved side to side.
Yeah,
like
it actually been like the
stuff.
squares and stuff. But no, it's just a fucking spiral staircase that stairs suddenly appear the further you walk up them.
They still made it magical and cool, but it wasn't what
but
we're used
I
to.
felt like that was lazy. Like they just kind of got lazy with that part. It's almost as if they designed the whole castle, and then they were like, "Fuck, we forgot to put the stairs in." And they're like, "Yeah, fuck it, just slap a spiral staircase on, call it done."
Just put in that fucking endless staircase from Super Mario 64.
I don't think that's how game design works.
Well, somebody dropped the ball in there.
Somebody dropped a snitch on that one.
Snitches.
You got 99 snitches, but Quidditch ain't one.
What are the actual balls called?
What? The thing they used before the
thing they used to shoot into the hoops? What are the names of those things?
There's bludgers.
Bludgers are the
quaffle. It was the quaffle that you throw through the
quaffle on the bludgers. Yeah.
Look at us with our Harry Potter.
Yeah, good job, guys. I was just testing you.
He totally passed.
That fucking girl annoys me. If you run into that girl that tries to give you a test on Harry Potter knowledge,
no, really?
Oh no.
Yeah, she's in the library. She's annoying.
Did you have had a cadaver?
No, you can't.
Damn it! This fucking thing sucks.
So those are my two main gripes.
Yeah.
Something that I wish this game would have done, which kind of brings us to the whole Avada Kedavra thing. I really wish they would have approached the morality like Fable.
Yeah.
Like, I wish it would have gave you an option to either be a good or bad wizard.
That's one of my big ones, too, yeah. I don't have a lot of issues with what I've played. But
you can choose at the end to be evil.
Yeah, but there's no consequence.
There's consequence.
There's just no consequence.
There kind of is. It's
unless
not
you're
like
Avada Kedavra a student, then you go to Azkaban forever.
But yeah, there should have been like a morality system in the whole game. Like
yes, yeah, that's absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm.
But you can end the game slightly evil,
right?
If you decide to.
So it's like Spider-Man fucking friend or foe.
If you decide you're going to complete Isadora's mission, your eyes glow red and you're kind of sucking in the magical traces.
That is
you didn't know that?
Well, that's what I'm going to do the second time around.
Oh, sorry.
It's like, what do you plan on doing? Well, I was gonna say, what do you plan on doing with it? And the first time we chose protect it. So
Yeah.
if you choose the other option, you suck it in.
Yeah, like when it's all after you defeat Ranrock, it's all floating around, and you're pulling. You know, you and Fig are like trapping it together.
Yeah.
Fig's not there, and you're grabbing pieces of it and bringing it down and inhaling it like Isadora used to do. And your eyes go all red, and you're like enjoying it, and you're smiling. You still go back to Hogwarts, so there technically isn't necessarily there isn't necessarily repercussions, but
that's what
you're
I mean.
Slightly evil.
The dialogue you choose, the decisions you make, they only have minor consequences. Like
you end up with the same friends.
Yeah, you still end up with the same friends.
Same
nothing
people
nothing
around
changes
you.
different to the story. Just different dialogue. Like, for example, this time as a Slytherin, I decided not to tell that dumb bitch about the secret of the moths, and she got all pissy with me. But nothing else happened, and I decided not to give that dumb idiot her diary back. I said, no, fuck you.
Stupid idiot.
I love when you can say it's yours for a price.
Yes.
Those are like the best prompts.
Any of the side quests where you got to go rescue a beast?
I love the beasts.
It's
one of my positives.
We're like, well, you shouldn't have let it get away, so it's ours now.
Yeah, I kept them all.
Well, because there's the one, that lady was just going to fucking cook that bird. I'm like, no, that's mine. Fucking bitch. That was the only thing. As being a Slytherin, the only thing that I will never do is I can't be mean to the beasts.
No,
Those
I
things are
treated them
fucking
like
too awesome.
gold.
Plus the fucking Nifflers. They're my favorites.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Did you ever watch Fantastic Beasts?
Yes.
The first one,
absolutely.
The Niffler's great in that movie. He just keeps getting out and stealing and shit.
He's great in all of them, honestly.
That's true, yeah.
I was going to watch the Fantastic Beast movies, but I didn't know where to find them.
We should.
They're streaming on HBO Max.
Oh,
I think. Yeah, they're all. Well, no. The only one on HBO Max is sadly the worst of the three, and it's the most recent one.
Oh, is that actually the only one on there right now?
Yeah, you have to rent the other two. It was on HBO Max when Amber and I watched the first one. And then I had to rent the second one.
Voodoo, I think.
Voodoo.
So, Adrian, actually, you have
make that joke every time.
You could even.
But yeah, you should watch them because the first two are actually really good. The third one, I don't think the third one's bad. I just think it was disappointing.
It's okay.
Yeah,
but like the only thing we talked about the title has nothing to do with anything.
Right.
The Secrets of Dumbledore, you don't learn shit. There was no goddamn secret.
Well, no, it wasn't. I mean, because you learned at the end of the second movie that Credence was a Dumbledore.
His brother.
But for more on that, go check out our worst movie, or our 2022 movie recap is what it was.
Yep, that's what it was.
2022 movie wrap
Yeah.
up.
Go back.
Adrian remembers more about this than I do.
So, I talked about it briefly because it was my most disappointing movie of 2022.
Yeah, I only remember the specifics of episodes that I edit because I hear over and over.
I don't totally listen to you guys.
I know. Corey only listens to himself when he listens to our episodes.
What?
He's like, that's a good point, Corey.
He's like, he is so goddamn funny.
That Corey, he's very charismatic and just so funny.
I love him. I love him.
Mike, be careful when you're saying Corey's name because he's going to edit this out and that's going to be your new Doug Loves Michael.
Yeah. I'm definitely keeping some of that.
Unlike Doug, I don't give a shit. I'm just here to collect a paycheck.
Ask me if I give a shit.
Wait.
Adrian, have you gotten the Room of Requirement yet?
Yes.
That's how he knew who Dick was. I mean, Deke was.
Deke, yeah. That's a required room.
Did you do any decorating?
Not really.
I spent quite a bit of Sim-style decorating time in my room.
Did you?
Yeah. Did you make it Gothic?
Well, that's what I did.
I made mine Gothic.
Yeah. We're going with like a Gothic theme.
Yeah, all you gotta do is speak to Deke and tell him to change the ambience of the room.
Do you have like multiple options?
There's like 6 to choose from.
Would you say?
I might be over exaggerating. There's like 4.
There's,
I think.
There's 4 to choose from. Yeah.
I might be. Actually, there's 2.
No,
actually,
you have 1 or 2. You have day or night.
There's day man and night man.
Ooh. You don't talk about things you don't understand.
It's true.
I do what I want.
You don't say that.
Because he's the golden god.
Right.
Oh, Jesus.
So what is your I love putting all the dumbass gear on my character.
I do too, but honestly, one of my favorite things about this game, and it's one of my positives in my list, is I like when games let you put on gear that give you stats updates, but you don't have to physically look at that
Be
gear.
wearing it.
Oh my god!
Because for a while I was wearing this stupid fucking mask just because it gave me like 10 defense, and I'm like, I hate this mask. And eventually, I went over the face thing, and it said square to change appearance. I'm like, oh my god! And there was a whole list of things I could put on my guy.
Our first playthrough, we made it probably 75% of the way through the game before we realized that you could actually customize the fucking thing. So we're sitting there looking like a fucking clown while we're, killing people.
Well,
got the fucking dragon, got the fucking Luna Lovegood glasses on.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I looked so fucking stupid at one point. I'm like, I'm not even enjoying playing this game because I look so dumb. I'm talking to these. I'm having a serious conversation in a clown mask. And then eventually, I'm like, "Oh my god, you can change your appearance to look however you want." Thank God.
Looked like we were wearing clothes from Professor Garlick's cast-off fucking closet.
I just see like fucking someone saying, "My parents were killed by dark wizards years ago," and you just wearing like a clown mask. Like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Like, dude, can you take off the fucking mask?
That must have been very painful for you.
Sorry, I can't take you seriously with that fucking thing on your face.
That's so funny because Mike hasn't watched enough Scrubs, but you remember when JD's in the clown outfit? He goes, I don't think you people are taking this very seriously. And it looks over. Oh no, he has something written on his face.
Yeah.
Or something like
that. Yeah, my guy, you know what the fuck I did. I gave my guy a scar across the eye. I got that black hood up. I'm looking like Anakin Skywalker.
Oh God, yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I'm walking around fucking.
I made my character look as much like me as I possibly could.
Yeah,
I wanted to see if I could do that.
But then I realized he looked really ugly.
Well, then it looked like you.
Exactly. I didn't like
nailed it.
Nailed it.
Obviously they're going to make another game. I do want to touch on this briefly. There's a confirmed report that they are going to make a Hogwarts Legacy TV show for HBO Max.
Oh God, they're already making a TV.
Yeah.
Is this like the Mario Kart skit?
It's the Cash Camel all over again.
It's the Cash Camel reigns supreme. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how I feel about a TV series
I don't
already.
like that idea. But,
well, the story is actually really compelling and actually really, I really enjoyed the story. So to see it brought into live action might be pretty cool. I mean, it worked for Last of Us, right?
Now, don't get me wrong.
Hell yeah, dude.
You do that right, I'll take all the Harry Potter you can give me. All the magical world, wizarding world you can give me, I'll accept all of it. You better do it right, because Harry Potter fans are already let down by these Fantastic Beasts movies the way they've been going. And there might not even be more of them, which sucks to me, but that doesn't mean there won't be. But as for now, those are shut down.
Mike, just because there's not doesn't mean there won't.
Yeah.
That's true.
Stuff gets
It's hard to argue that, because I don't even know what the fuck you just said there.
Yeah.
I was trying to do a Chris Tucker thing, sorry. Because I didn't even hear what you just said there.
What I'm going to say is, well, I'm actually shocked that they're thinking about making a TV show, because Warner Brothers just a couple months ago came out and said that they were putting a stop to anything related to Harry Potter for a while.
This isn't Harry Potter.
It's Harry Potter world.
This is the wizarding world.
I feel like, and you'd be a fool to not believe this, that Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore did so poorly, not because it was a bad movie, but because so many people don't want to they don't want to watch it now because of the whole J.K. Rowling controversy.
Yeah.
Because even as a bad movie, it should have did better in theaters. Like, enough people should have went and seen it in theaters. But if you look at the numbers from The Crimes of Grindelwald and then compare them to Secrets of Dumbledore, it's literally cut in half. But I mean, and that's just a true showing that there were a lot of people that didn't want to do. They just didn't want to go give her any money by going to see this movie.
Yeah, that's what it came down to.
To those of you who are boycotting this game because of her, not only is there a trans person in this game, Serona Ryan, the owner of the Three Broomsticks, which is actually voiced by a person who's trans, which I think is phenomenal that they did that.
Yeah.
But yeah, not only is there a trans owner of the 3 broomsticks in this game, Saron Orion, there are multiple side quest characters that mention having, like females that mention having a wife, and I'm pretty sure, I can't remember, but I think there was a gay couple too. Like, this game, whoever wrote the story and put thought into this pretty much gave the bird to J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
Even though she still does make money just off of the sheer fact that it's, from something she created.
I don't think it's so much giving the middle finger to her, which they did, but like, I think it's more she damaged the brand so bad that they want to show people like, hey, this is part of life.
I do think it is part of like a rebuilding, like trying to like be like, hey, we're trying to make amends here, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I do think the controversy with J.K. Rowling is also another reason why WB was originally going to just put a stop to anything Harry Potter related for a while, because they lost so much money off of Secrets of Dumbledore because of it. But this new game, even with all those people being like, no, don't boycott the game, don't buy it, it's supporting J.K. Rowling, I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of people that didn't fucking listen. This game, as of right now...
Okay, let's hear the numbers.
In the first 2 weeks, Hogwarts Legacy sold over 12 million copies.
Over 2 copies.
Over 12 million copies.
It's sold 2.
Which roughly translates to $850 million in revenue.
Ooh.
So, I think...
but so many people bought this game because it's like quite literally living your childhood dream. If you were into Lord of the Rings or Harry, so a lot of kids, Harry Potter. And it's like, I can be a wizard.
If you're into hi-fi stuff, definitely this was a dream come true game for you.
Yeah, if you're into that very real word stuff.
the stuff that totally exists.
Listen, hi-fi is a thing, okay? The fact that this game has made that fucking much money and it's only been available for PC and the next-gen consoles.
Just wait till we get PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah. Wait till all the poor people come. Oh, sorry.
Peasants. Let them eat cake.
Excuse me. Wait till all the Weasleys come in.
All the Weasleys come. I recognize you from anywhere. God damn it. Yeah. So, Mike, what kind of gamer are you? Like, were you in Amber, searching every corner? Are you like the loot whore?
We had to 100% this before we moved on to playing the Slytherin one. We had to 100% it.
Did you like platinum it, or you need to play all the houses to?
How many hours did that take?
For us, 100%. We weren't like, we did a lot of exploring and stuff. So just looking at the beauty of the game, fucking around, doing the glitches, like getting outside the map and everything.
Yeah.
So it could have probably been done a lot faster, but I believe to complete the game the way we played it took 112 hours. Adrian, I'm going to ask you this because obviously Corey already had a PS5. So you bought a PS5 just to play this game.
I did. And then now I've proceeded to play Resident Evil 4 like 3 times in the last 2 weeks. I'm ready for the remake. Okay.
Was it worth it?
Well, yeah, Resident Evil 4 looks incredible on the PS5.
I meant Hogwarts Legacy.
Can we talk more about Resident Evil 4?
This is not the Resident Evil 4 episode. This fucking thing sucks.
Fucking thing sucks.
Fuck it. We're going live.
No, listen, I've put like 16 hours into it, and that's not... I love the game. What happens is a lot of times when I'm playing games now, I go back to comfort games because I like listen to YouTube in the background or I'm listening to music. So like RE4, I can just fucking run a train on that game so easy. I don't need any sound. I
bet you can.
I run so many trains on Leon. I mean, on Resident Evil 4.
Wait, Leon's who you chose?
He's sexy, dude. It's Leon.
Excuse me, did you not choose Leon?
He's a better looking Zac Efron. He's Zac Efron if Zac Efron was hot.
Wait
a second.
Did we make this joke already?
Did we?
I think so.
Well, yeah, that's Leon. Why are we talking about Resident Evil 4? Oh yeah, so I can just go through that game while I'm listening to something in the background. Like I have such a hard time sitting down and playing games now where I have to like fully invest myself and shut everything else off around me. I'm not like a always on my phone person, but like I always want to be like listening to fucking different YouTube channels I watch, and stuff like that. I love what I've played. Since
you went out to buy a PS5 specifically to play Hogwarts Legacy, I didn't know if maybe you were disappointed by what you played or you've really loved everything up to this point.
No, I've had no issues. Like I said, I wish Quidditch was in there, but I'm sure it'll be something in
I'm sure
later.
it will be a DLC or in the second game. They have to have it figured out by then.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. If fucking Square can do Blitzball, why the fuck can't they do Quidditch?
Oh, they'll do Quidditch.
It's kind of the same, really.
Yeah, it was one of those complaints where, like, the more I play, the more I planned a little. Did you think Blitzball's the same? Oh,
Blitzball's awesome.
Doesn't it kind of have the same premise?
Blitzball is awesome. Where do you think J.K. Rowling got the idea? She wrote the book before Final Fantasy.
Did she? Oh,
yeah.
Yep. I remember. I was in elementary school when these books came out. That's right.
She stole it from Titus.
That's true.
Not the like creators of Final Fantasy X. Titus specifically.
Titus.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is.
I know.
That's
not
not
a person.
That's not a thing.
I love the silence I just felt. And that'll do it for all.
That's not our song. God damn it.
So, Mike, do you have a different save point, like right before the Sorting Hat, where you can just go back and get to a different house?
That would be fucking brilliant, but no.
You just like start over from the beginning.
I have like 8 different save points.
They knew people were going to want to do this. You could have 4 different characters, like 4 different characters save points. So they knew you were going to want to do this. So yeah, when the next person we make, you get to create a whole new person. So I mean, that part's kind of cool. Going through the tutorial was kind of annoying the second time, but because I'm like, come on, I already know all this shit. So I thoroughly enjoyed this game. I will continue to keep playing it. I don't know how many times. We've been playing it all on her account right now. So I think once we beat everything on hers, like I said, I'm gonna have Mondays and Tuesdays off here soon. So she'll be working. I'll probably just throw on my account and start playing it again. Gives me a reason to play it 8 fucking times. So suck it.
Hell yeah!
Replayability.
So Mike says there is replayability.
There is replayability. These people that are dropping off are just fucking nerds.
they're just fucking nerds.
Sucks for you, nerd.
I wish we just like did all statistics. Like, why is inflation happening in the United States? Fucking nerds. I pay more for gas because I'm American.
Fucking nerds.
Fucking nerd. So Corey, you bought a PS5. When did you get a PS5?
Last July, I think.
Was there a specific game coming out around the time?
No. What had happened?
He was just in the right place at the right time.
I was looking for a PS5 for a year and a half, and I was part of 3 events that I got invited to, where I could try to get one over like a 45-minute span. Like every 5 minutes, put one in your cart and try to get it. I was invited to 3 of these. Okay. Never got through one. I would have one in my cart, go to hit checkout, and it would say that's no longer available. That's how fast it was happening.
Damn.
And like people were stealing it out of my cart. I didn't even know that was possible.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I think that's called breaking the law.
Yeah. And but anyway, after a year and a half, literally, we were in Erie shopping. And we were sitting down for dinner, and I said to her, listen, I give up on the PS5 until they can make more of them. I am going to go down to GameStop after we eat, and I'm going to buy an Xbox Series S to at least have a new system. The smaller one, but a new system.
Yeah.
And I went down there, and there was a sign on GameStop's window that said, we have PS5 bundles starting at 10 a.m., and it was 3 p.m. when I was there.
So you're like,
I was chance. Like, obviously there's none here. I went up to the counter. I asked her, well, do you have any more of those bundles? She said, we have 1 digital version left. I said, okay, what is it? And it was a bundle. She said, altogether, it's $850. And I was planning on spending $300 for a Series S. I turned my head to Katie and I said, leave the store. I'm spending this money. And she just rolled her eyes and walked out of the store.
He said, this is happening.
The best part of this whole thing, and I felt kind of bad because this lady was clearly a mom, walked up to the guy at the other side and asked if they had any PS5s left. And the guy told her no. And I was sitting there literally having one bagged up. I tried not to look over too much. I was like, okay.
Guess your son's going to be playing PS4.
Do you know,
I'll tell you
know
now.
what you should have said to that mom and her son?
What?
Snooze you lose, fucking nerds.
Fucking nerds.
I will tell you that for the $850 after taxes and stuff, it came with the digital PS5, a $75 PlayStation card, an extra
controller,
ruby red remote,
Mm-hmm.
charging station for up to 2 remotes, a 2-year warranty.
Don't have that.
And extra charger cord, I think. So it came with enough stuff that I was like, okay, it's worth it.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. What are the fucking chances, you know?
I know. I literally just went for an Xbox. I wasn't even going to go into GameStop.
Yeah. Now, fortunately for everybody else, you can get a PS5. You can literally just walk into a store now and buy them like you used to be able to with everything else.
I ordered one online for my kids.
I'm so afraid when they come out with a PS6, how the fuck awful that's going to be.
Well, they were in place near the end of that whole robots buying them thing to make it they were trying to come up with some kind of algorithm to sense out the robots for multiple purchase people who were trying to sell them. And they were going to put an end to that. They were going to make it literally illegal and you can go to prison for it. So by the time PS6 comes out, that actually might be a thing. So
that'd be nice.
Plus, PS5 was having a hard time making so many because of COVID shutting down all these places making the chips and resistors and stuff for the systems. So they only had half of what they had planned on releasing. So that was why everybody was having such a hard time. So with COVID kind of not being a thing anymore, I really don't see them having that problem with PS6, but...
Was it ever a thing?
You never know. No, but, you know.
Mike's eyes.
But it shut down the country.
Oh, you're one of those COVID's real people.
You're going to have to cut that.
Nope.
Yeah, no, I've loved what I've played so far. Like I said, the voice fucking thing kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Your Harry Potter a little bit higher register.
Yeah.
You're Harry Potter or you're Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I remember the first time he started talking about something and I was like, the fuck did Daniel Radcliffe join the chat?
They're like, oh, I know, I'll go to the other voice. Hello, this is a totally different voice. Voice 2? Hello, this is a totally different voice.
That's just the Daniel Radcliffe in drag.
Right. Danielle Radcunt.
Oh, man. So this episode has just become a clusterfuck here towards the end.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I love it. You know, that's what people tune in for. They don't tune in to listen to us talk about the actual episode. They listen to us to listen to our stupid shenanigans.
They know at some point our episode's not going to be what it says it's about.
So at what point did they stop talking about Hogwarts Legacy? Well, let's see here. The episode so far is an hour and 20 minutes long, so about 10 minutes in.
They made it to 12 minutes, 47 seconds.
Oh,
that's good.
Wow. That was brilliant. As the Harry Potter characters would all say.
Did you help the girl get her fucking what were they? The marbles or the
and then I kept them.
Did you keep them?
Fuck yeah, I did. She doesn't like me.
We're not really talking right now. Wait, and this is your first playthrough with Amber? You didn't give him back?
No, we gave him back the first playthrough.
Oh, of course, yeah. Okay,
I've done everything in the asshole-ish possible nature in the second playthrough, and it's been great.
Did Amber make any bad decisions?
No. Well, no.
Oh, what a fuck!
There's this girl by the fuck is that shop? The one where you can buy you could buy the poisonous tentacle plant and the mandrakes and stuff and
Yep.
I can't think of the name of the shop right now, which is going to piss me off. But there's a girl for a side quest there that wants you to pick up the shit that helps with anti-acne potion or something.
Okay.
And she's like just really know-it-all and really annoying, and Amber couldn't stand her. So when we went and gave her the stuff we collected, like we were really fucking rude to her. Amber was okay with it. She's like, no, fuck her. Like, yep. See, now you understand.
I like that there's people that play the games just like how you would really be. Like more times than not, you're going to do the right thing, but you can still be like petty. Like, no, fuck her. I'm going to be
telling you,
rude.
Yeah.
I am
It's like,
telling
you play video games to fucking get
Listen.
the killing curse and shit. It's like, no, she's being ignorant. I'm going to go tell her something.
I'm telling you right now, if I ever had superpowers or was a wizard, I would be evil.
Evil.
I am only good by
Oh,
necessity.
absolutely.
By necessity.
I would not be a good person.
I mean, you guys still could be evil people right now, but you're probably going to go to prison. Or...
Then I would be in jail. If I had superpowers, they could never fucking put me in jail.
That's true. Oh, God, Mike, do not watch Chronicle like we'd recommended.
Yeah.
Mike will turn into Dane DeHaan.
Just saying.
The three people that are listening to this that have seen Chronicle get that reference.
That's right.
So there was a little bit. There's one other thing I wanted to talk about, but I did want to kind of bring up something that's cool. One of the voice actors was actually in the Harry Potter movies.
Oh,
I didn't know that. Phineas Nigellus Black was in both, technically.
Technically, yes. Now, I meant the actor played in Harry Potter, but
That's what I said,
voiced a
Phineas
different
Nigellus
character. He's not an actor.
Yes, he is. Totally an actor.
You're an actor.
Thanks.
Well, thank you. Okay. I found it. So
No, you didn't.
the actor Luke Youngblood voices
That's interesting.
he voices Everett Clopton, Arthur Plumley, Alec, and Ernie Lark in this game. In Harry Potter, he played Lee Jordan.
Who was
Do you
Lee
guys
Jordan?
know who Lee Jordan is?
Oh, yeah. Lee Jordan. He's one of the only black characters in the Harry Potter movies.
Yep.
He's the
the
tall
one-
kid that's in Gryffindor.
Oh.
Yeah, he's the one that is when they're playing Quidditch. He's the one that's like 10 points to Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then he grows
Yeah.
up to, yeah.
Yep,
Okay,
that's that's Lee Jordan. So he not only
It's Michael Lee Jordan.
He was
oh my god,
He was also on the Harry Potter Hogwarts tournament show that they did. He's
also a voice actor for Baby Shark's Big Show. So he's going places.
Yeah, this guy. He's got some clout.
I looked at his thing and the fake fucking Baby Shark. Why is there 60 episodes of this show?
Why is there fucking 76 episodes of our show?
Because we're
That's
awesome?
a good question.
So that's the better question. Fucking thing sucks. Mike, favorite quest in the game? Is it the PS5 exclusive?
Yeah, that one's pretty fun. The second playthrough, I was excited to get to it. So, funny story about that. Like I said, Amber played a lot of the game and did like a lot of the side quests and stuff while I was at work.
She didn't let you make any of the decisions.
Yeah, she saved like all the main quests, for me when I was there.
Okay.
But she started that one and she had to stop. And she's like, I made a mistake. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, she's texting me. And she's just like, no, you're just going to have to look at it when you get home. I'm like, okay, what did you do?
What did you do?
She's like, it's just bad. I'm like, and in my head, I'm thinking, did she accidentally like delete the game? Like, what happened?
Right. Is my house on fire?
Because she's like, I had to turn it off.
No, I can't tell you. It's bad.
She's like, I had to turn it off. I can't play it anymore. I'm like, what the hell? Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess what happened, there's a jump scare with a spider.
Okay.
You're about to walk out a fucking door, and this spider just drops down and just like boom, like right in your face, and the screen like flashes, and then it goes black, and you can't see shit.
Right.
Which that's even more terrifying because like, wait, where the fuck's the spider?
I hate spiders in games.
Well, there's a lot of them in this one.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've heard
the flying mechanics in this game. Both are awesome and suck at times. But there's a guy in Hogsmeade named Albie Weeks who continues to make these broom upgrades. And when you get the last upgrade, dude, it is chef kiss.
Oh, is it?
It is so good. Like
You're cruising?
You're cruising. You can maneuver perfectly. Like if you still suck at flying after that last upgrade, then
you just suck at flying. Yeah, I thought it was kind of weird in the game. Like from what I've seen, have you guys ever listened? Do you know Angry Joe?
No.
On YouTube?
No.
He does like angry reviews and stuff. He was showing some footage of him playing, and it seemed like the broom and the hippogriff were kind of like the same speed.
Yeah, I don't think there's much of a difference.
The difference is the Hippogriff doesn't have the boost like the broom does.
Oh, it doesn't.
Like
No.
you can get the boost with the broom. The Hippogriff does not have the boost.
There are actually a lot of games. This is actually a relatively unknown dev trick. When they want something to look like it's running faster, they just put whoosh lines. It's not actually going any faster. And I feel like the broom's not going any much faster.
Did you say whoosh lines?
Whoosh lines, like whooshing past you. Whoosh lines.
I know what you meant, but I'm stuck on that.
Did you say whoosh? Mike, it's a professional term, whoosh lines. You wouldn't get it. You're not in the biz.
You don't get it,
Mike, you wouldn't understand.
Yeah, the whoosh lines.
So-
That's how you feel when you watch it. Whoa!
out of all the side characters in this game, like you got your Sebastian and you got your Poppy Sweeten and
What's the name of the girl that moved here from another school?
Natty Osai, I think is how
Yeah,
you
right.
pronounce it. Onai, maybe, I don't fucking know. It's hard
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah, Natty.
Those are the three main ones that you talk to: Sebastian and Natty and Poppy. I think I loved Poppy's quest the most, just because it's dealing with saving all the magical beasts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus there's a fucking mission where you gotta like avoid a dragon filet mignon in you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you guys have played the whole game. How many dragons do you fight in this game?
You
Are
don't
they
fight
like? You don't fight any.
You technically fight one.
Technically.
Technically,
Yeah.
Ranrock is a dragon at the end, but he's like a mecha dragon.
That's true. That's
Nice.
true.
Like Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah, kind of, but he flies. More like
my
Mecha
God.
Mothra.
Even
Guys, remember when we talked about romantic comedies? The only thing missing from Harry Potter games is Godzilla.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
that
Okay,
wasn't even a soundboard. That was me.
so you don't fight any dragons.
No, not really.
You release one.
Yeah, you release one, and then you got to
Cool.
return. You got to return a dragon egg and keep it from killing you while you're trying to return it.
Okay, so you see
It's a s-
dragons in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like that was a big like part of the advertising is like seeing those dragons. Can't believe you don't fight any.
Actually,
The-
one of the things in the advertisements that everybody thought was a dragon
Yeah,
was actually
Deke the house elf.
It was Deke the house elf.
Red 13?
No, it was called a Graphorn,
a graph
Uh,
one.
which, by the way, was actually one of my
Graphorn?
favorite fights in the entire game.
is it pronounced Graphorn or Graphorn?
Hermione.
You just said the same thing twice.
No, I said Graphorn.
Oh, I think it's Graphorn. I don't know.
God
It could be Graphorn, I guess. I guess it's all in the ear of the beholder.
It's all in the hips.
So what do you guys think of the boss battles in this game overall? You pretty happy with the boss battles?
That part I'm a bit of a letdown.
Here,
A little bit of a letdown.
I will
Yeah.
I will agree with Corey in most of the aspect of the battling system. It's hella fun.
The battling system itself is great.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
But nobody was real difficult.
I love showing up, and then just as Amber and I call it, whap fuck. We whap fuck people by
Whap fuck
slamming.
people?
We'll leviosa
Like
them,
wet ass
and then
pussy?
No. we call it whap fuck, where like you just suddenly slap somebody in the face. So we'll
Okay.
leviosa them and then fucking slam them into the ground.
Oh,
real
I
fast.
love that Leviosa to like float them and then
Yeah.
descendo.
Yeah, descendo. Which
That's all.
the other thing, if you have leviosa any of the like goblins and they're like, pop me down.
Yeah.
No, they get all pissed.
Yeah, it cracks me up. There's one of them that's like, this isn't funny.
Wait, like goblins like at Gringotts or just like out?
No, the goblins in the woods and like
Okay.
all the
Ranrock's
I was
loyalists.
gonna say you
Gringotts
lift the fucking goblins at Gringotts.
I also love when you kill an entire thing of goblins, and then they're like, "You only have Ranrock to blame," and I'm like, "Motherfucker, I don't think Ranrock killed him."
All right, so when they eventually like make, I don't know if they have any plans announced, but when they eventually make a sequel to this,
Yeah,
what direction would you guys like to see? Would you like to follow like the kid you are this year? Would you like to
No.
be grown up, be like an Auror? Would you like to be a different kid?
that would be kind of cool.
Go to like the Ministry of Magic and
Okay.
shit?
I would like if there was some kind of like transfer system where you can play your character and put them in the next game.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, remember the old college football games used to have a
Yeah.
transfer system when you bought Madden?
When
that
you
could
get
make them
drafted,
a
you could.
professional, you got drafted.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you mean you have that option,
Or maybe even you're a professor and you have to help a student through this stuff.
right? And an Auror, is that like a cop, like a wizard cop
Kind of, yeah.
or a wizard detective?
Yeah.
Basically, Harry Potter became an aura.
He did?
in the
Yeah.
books and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean,
Yeah.
are you really shocked?
I mean, no. No, not at all.
And Aura was technically what Mad Eye Moody was.
Yes.
Okay.
He was considered one of the best.
One of the best in
Okay.
the game.
Damn, so you get paid to just fucking drink from a
you
flask?
Yeah.
Well, he was drinking from the flask when he was actually
Barty Crouch.
Barty Crouch Jr.
Barty
but-
Crouch Jr. Did Mad Eye ever drink after that? Did you ever see him like with a?
No, he
I
doesn't.
don't
That
think
wasn't a
so,
Mad Eye
no.
thing.
Okay.
No, it's just Barty Crouch and his weird ass tongue thing.
So no one questioned it. They just thought he was like in a midlife crisis. Like,
Yeah. Can we talk about how Miley Cyrus stole Barty Crouch's tongue thing when she went off the rails there for a little bit in the early 2010s?
Yeah,
tongue thing.
I mean, to be fair, Barty Crouch stole it from Jabba the Hutt.
That's true. Where did
Yeah.
Jabba steal it from?
Well, I was gonna say. Here's what I was gonna say. Barty Crouch stole it from Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan stole it from Jabba the Hutt, and then it has to go back further than that.
Is it a Jabba the Hutt original? Is he the OG?
No, I think Charlton Heston did it in the original Planet of the Apes.
You goddamn.
Oh my god. Yeah, like I said, I definitely want to see them proceed with a morality system, which I'm sure as many people that have wished for that, they are going to incorporate that.
That would be cool.
I would like to see decisions that you make affect the story a lot more.
Yeah.
Like I would like to, like if you're given options, like they give you options to choose from, like what you want to say. If they're giving you options, it better fucking create another path in the story instead of
wrapping around to the same resolution anyway.
Yeah, because there are some moments where you would say something and it would completely go against what you actually chose, and you're like, "Wait a minute, what the fuck?"
The funny
Like,
thing
it sounds like they're responding to a different reply.
The funny thing is, there's like a positive way to respond that they'll be like, "That's right, I was right," but then there's a negative way you can respond where they'll apologize and then you'll say, "Okay, thank you. Now let's go." So it all veers to the same path anyway.
And then there's a moment where Sebastian's uncle is being I think he's kind of a douche. But,
Solomon, he's a real douchebag.
But there's moments where you try to talk to him, and no matter what you say, he's like, "Well, I can't believe you and Sebastian would be using the dark magics. I'll turn you into the blah 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 blah." I'm like, dude, wait a minute. I have now seen your response to both answers, and it's the same.
It's the same
Why?
both ways.
I'm glad Sebastian Avada Kedavra that bitch.
I know. I shouldn't have turned him in.
You bastard.
I was surprised when you snuck into the library to get the book with Sebastian.
Yeah.
He taught you like that partial invisibility thing.
Yeah.
Descent or Illuminous or I don't use it enough. I don't like stealth. I go in Blair. I usually go in Blair.
Silencio. I don't know. That sounds right.
Sounds right. I was surprised that Sebastian actually I thought that was like a time in the game he was going to betray you, kind of, because he's like
he actually ends up being a really good friend.
I honestly thought he was going to betray me too. You know what I thought was going to happen is I thought the whole thing was going to wrap around to Fig being a bad guy. Like when you finally found Isidora's orb where she's keeping all of the magic traces, I thought Fig was going to say, "Well, thanks for helping me find it, little bitch."
this bitch. Great dialogue choices.
The only two really great fights in the game, in my opinion, are when you fight the Grafhorn, however you want to say it, and then you end up befriending it and kind of saving it. It becomes a beast of yours. But the fight itself is actually kind of fun. And then Ranrock's final fight where he's the mecha dragon thing, it's actually kind of challenging. He goes through a couple stages of different things he does. Kind of like a Elden Ring boss where they morph into something different for their second power bar and their third power bar.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a level 30, so make sure you're up there when you get to him.
That's what I was going to say earlier. As fun as the battling system and everything is, the really only challenging thing that I dealt with in the game fighting-wise was Ranrock. And I'm not saying it was hard, but it brought a certain challenge I wish all the boss fights would have brought.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of moments where he's doing these spells that are like he's got these like charms or whatever that are protecting him, and you have to use the right colored spell to hit those in order to even hurt him.
And he has like 3 different ones above him at all times.
Yeah,
so you have
at one
to make
point
sure
he has
you're on the right one and you do the right spell.
Yep.
So it's kind of like Seymour. You have to turn the wheels all facing the same.
Yeah, Jesus. Oh my
Or
God.
you don't want them all the same color because then he'll fucking cast Firaga on your ass.
Or Thundaga.
Right.
Devastated.
Fuck you, Seymour.
You can't have Una. She's mine.
Oh, Lady Una.
Oh, Seymour.
Stay away from the summoner.
So you guys...
Seymour butts.
I bet you're wondering how we got... So you guys were more impressed by like the combat system itself than the difficulty of the fights.
Yeah. I think,
and Corey would have liked to see a little more variation.
Yeah.
I think when I go to play the certain ones on my account, I think I'm gonna like up the difficulty like majorly.
Is there difficulty options?
Yes.
I'm gonna play it on the hardest difficulty next to see if I can beat it like that.
Well, I do know already because I tried to do that with the second playthrough that it does not prompt you to hit triangle or circle.
That's fine. I actually use triangle
for dodging
less
and stuff
than I did at the beginning of the game.
I was gonna say, if you just keep hitting circle, you're fine.
I ended up mostly doing my super roll away, attack, super roll away, Leviosa attack, super roll away, Accio attack.
Is triangle like the Protego or whatever it is? Like
triangle's Protego and Stupefy, and O is dodge. Like hold O, it does the super dodge.
Do I not have that yet?
You might not have that.
Okay.
Next time you play it, you're fighting, press hold O and see if your guy almost Sonic the Hedgehog rolls.
Nice.
It's kind of like you know how in RPGs you have like these points to use to unlock special abilities.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That one is.
It's one of those ones you have to unlock special ability with.
Yeah. But the game itself is beautiful. Like they definitely have something to build on.
Yeah.
The exploring the fucking Hogwarts, the castle, like you could spend 20 hours just doing that, like discovering all the secrets inside the castle walls.
The castle's so fucking huge too.
Yeah, it's so well realized.
In the castle alone, there's like I think 300 pages to find.
Damn, that's crazy.
Hold on, let me.
There's a lot of
tell
them.
you right now. Yeah, there's a lot of.
Yeah, but just it feels so immersive in the world, like Mike said earlier, like with the paintings moving and when you find hidden doorways and stuff like that.
Mike, when you get to the end, did you think you were going to have to fight those two giant armored guys with the swords? They started walking towards you, and then you used the wand that Ollivander made you to stop them.
Yeah,
holy fuck! I thought I was going to have to fight those things.
I would have been okay with it.
I mean, it would have been okay, but
I think it would have been fun.
There's like no jumping and flying to get away from giant things like that, and they took up most of the floor. They were gigantic. You were about as tall as their foot.
There's something I love about just fucking big fucking enemies.
Well, so do I in a game like God of War where you can climb them or hit their...
Oh, yeah.
In this, there's really... I mean, you can jump a little bit, but if you could use your broom and fight, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
How'd you guys feel about the broom flying? Like, is it smooth to you? You find it difficult? A lot of people don't like it.
I think it's smooth after you get the final upgrade.
Well, yeah that's true. But I think some people don't like the right stick making it go up and down.
Right.
Yeah.
And side to side.
I think they should have just replaced the broom with Batman's car and Arkham Knight.
Just in the castle alone, there's 300 field guide pages.
Yeah, there's definitely if you're somebody who's into exploration in games, there's plenty to do here.
Oh yeah. Jesus.
There's like landing pads to do. There's all these different fucking treasure caves, which I wish they would have made them all a little different, but they all look very similar.
They're not real difficult.
No.
All the Merlin trials were kind of easy.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one.
Do you think with like it being a Harry Potter property, even though like, you guys grew up with it and I grew up in the era, do you think they catered a little bit too much for like younger people that are going to buy the game? Like made it too easy in that sense? Or do you think people are so accustomed now to Dark Souls and shit that it's easy in that regard, or it's just
that
easy?
Could be possible.
It's 100% easy compared to compared to Dark Souls games.
Yeah.
But even if you compare it to like the Kingdom Hearts games, it's still hard. It's still easy.
Yeah.
So they've had those games. I don't
necessarily feel that. I don't think my kids could play this game, pick this game up and play it and understand exactly what they're supposed to do.
Every single one of my kids play this game.
But that's different, like my kids are really into like Minecraft and that's all they want to play, and I guess they're just now starting to get into Fortnite.
Oh yeah.
So
Leon Kennedy, the character from Fortnite.
I know that's going to piss me off. There's somebody's going to say it eventually, and I'm.
That's going to be a thing one day.
Fortnite's fun though. It actually is.
I haven't played since the no build, but is that what the mode you play?
It's better.
It's so much better with the no build. Which Doug's like, they took the only thing that made it special. Fuck you, Doug. I don't want to be building.
Fuck you, Doug.
If I wanted to build, I'd play SimCity or The Sims and build a fucking house.
Then have someone fucking shoot
I'd go to my room of requirement and decorate it.
Yeah,
Gothic.
Which I do. The vivariums that I have, I do want to kind of try to like make like little cities with it. Let's see how like cool that would look. Is there anything that you guys wanted to mention that we didn't talk about?
I do want to talk about the very end when you're done with all this and Professor Fig dies.
Yeah.
I honestly wasn't expecting him to die. And when Phineas Nigellus Black is trying to give a eulogy, but he's clearly reading it off a piece of paper. So Professor Weasley comes up and like pushes him to the side and gives like a beautiful a eulogy. You know what? It gave me the feels. I felt it. It was the first time in that game I really felt something.
All right, had an emotional moment in there.
Yeah.
You know what kind of bothers me is nobody at the end came in suddenly and was like, yes, this house won the cup technically, but due to other circumstances, 1,000 points to Gryffindor.
There is a true ending that I didn't get where Black is giving a speech and Weasley walks up to him and says, but I want to point out the bravery of one specific student through everything that happened this year. 100 points to Gryffindor.
Damn it.
I got that ending.
And then Black says, well, looks like we have a winner. He never said who the winner was before, so it could have been another school, another class, but he never really said who it was.
Slytherin was up like 700 points. 100 points to Gryffindor. Well, we have a winner. It's Slytherin.
Well done, Slytherin, but Harry Potter has glasses, so 1,000 points to Gryffindor.
That could have been cool too if they had like a little house cup progression, like, or you can cost your house points or you can get them points.
There is
Is there something like that?
There in the one hall, there's hourglasses with different levels of points and stuff. But it never really affects the story. And it
never actually tells you who's winning.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping...
The hourglass looks the same every time you walk past it.
Oh, okay.
It kind of sucks.
Yeah, there's just a few small areas, like where they could have even immersified you even more in the experience. Like, yeah. I think the game's brilliant. It's at least, by the time I'm done with it, I'm probably going to say it's like a 9 out of 10.
It's extremely fun.
Yeah, the world's beautiful.
It's enjoyable to kill things. I fucking love it. Mason, when he's watched us play, he doesn't like when we kill the dark mongrels because they make his favorite animal is a wolf, and so he doesn't like that. Which that's something that kind of does bother me because you're like super intent on saving all these magical creatures, but yet you're killing these dark mongrels. Like, aren't they magical creatures too?
Yeah, but they have dark in their title. That means they're bad.
Yeah, well, I'm a Slytherin, so I want them on my side because I'm also bad.
Slytherins aren't inherently bad.
You know what? They are on my side when I crucio their asses. Or no, it's not crucio. It's the other.
Oh, damn it, Mike!
Fucked it up.
I thought you were supposed to be a fan.
I know. I fucked it up. I don't know. Imperious. Jesus Christ! I was like, why is that other one slipping
there
my mind?
It is. Just Imperious.
I do have an actual thing I want to say. Like, with certain game reviews that we do on here, I kind of want to give them an out of 10, and I have a little thing to say.
Yeah.
This one to me is a 9 out of 10, and that's not even a hesitation. I think this game is amazing. I have wanted a magical world game like this my entire life. It has a few very nitpicky problems, but overall, it's beautiful, and I can't wait to play it again. I'm looking forward to being another house and playing this. I just finished it the other day. I'm looking forward to being another house, and I kind of want to choose Hufflepuff to get the Dementors and see what that's like.
Before you do that, at least do the mind your own business.
Oh, I'm going to do side things.
Side quest, because I'm telling you, both of you will love that side quest. So, any final thoughts other than that, gentlemen?
Mike, actually, I want to hear from you. What did you think of this game?
I mean, in the good words of our buddy Billy Bob, 10, fucking 10. No,
I'll give it a 10.
Honestly, I would probably give it a 9 as well out of 10. It's so fucking good to me. The replayability, I love killing things and just all the different spell combinations that I can do. Like I said, one of my favorites is fucking Leviosa, and then fucking Descendo, which is just watching them float and then their faces smacking down onto the ground.
That is pretty awesome.
It's like, yes. And also one of the other things that recently Amber told me to do, and when I did it, I was like, I didn't know I needed it in my life, is if there's somebody standing on the edge and you just fucking depulsa them off the edge, they go flying and they die instantly because they just hit the ground. So Jesus Christ. And this is when Culture Shock lost all their listeners.
Right. They're like, they're just not the same as they used to be. This fucking thing sucks.
Yeah, that's my thoughts. I really love this game, and I really hope they come out with some awesome DLC to make it worth playing some more. Because eventually, after we get through the 4 houses, we're going to kind of be like shrugging our shoulders like, okay, now what the fuck do we do? Do we play it again?
I think after I beat all the house things, I probably won't play it for quite a while. Plus, Resident Evil 4 comes out Friday. By the time you guys hear this, it'll probably be a couple weeks ago, and Adrian and I will probably have already recorded a 2-man on that game.
And both beat the game and probably beat it on hardcore.
We will have both beat it multiple times on hardcore. I'm really hoping they have a Infinity rocket launcher run that you can do, because I always love that in Resident Evil 4 at some point.
That's always stupid to go beat the game in like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Fucking nerds.
Fucking nerds.
Yeah, that's Adrian. I know you haven't played a lot of it, but I can't really ask him for a rating until he's beat the game.
Yeah. No, but, I mean, I like what I've played so far. I love the gear system. I think all the menus are smooth. I like all the ways you can customize your character with different looks. Like I said, right now I'm rocking the Anakin Skywalker with the hood up.
I had the metal half mask on my mouth.
You mean the Hannibal Lecter?
The Hannibal Lecter mask. I wore the split cranberry red and white robe, Gryffindor robe. I had a purple necktie, and my hat was like a beat down old wizard hat.
Nice. Yeah, I'm liking everything about it so far. The side characters, they're interesting enough, I want to see where they go. The world is, I think the funnest thing is just running around in the world. That's so good. It's so good. Like they
did an amazing job.
They did so good with the Forbidden Forest and Hogsmeade and just everywhere to explore. I could see sequels happening. I could see hopefully Quidditch coming down the line and it being its own little like standalone amazing game, or just DLC.
Yeah,
I think the port key is going to do a lot with this franchise. I think
the fans have spoken. Port key, listen to us, especially the Culture Shock podcast. Always listen to us.
And the couple things you guys recommended putting in a sequel, I would agree. It's kind of the only thing I want to see, like a more intuitive like cup system where you can it shows when you cost your house points where you're at. A better moral system.
I wouldn't even mind if you started to look more evil and people could see it.
Yeah, like right out of a Fable. Yeah,
I honestly would like that idea. And just a quick announcement there: Xbox did promise that the Fable reboot or whatever it's going to be is still coming.
Ooh.
It's just delayed,
and it's for Xbox.
Am I going to have to buy a fucking Xbox?
I'm going to have to buy an Xbox. That's
wait. If it's for Xbox, it should be on PC then too, right?
Well, yeah, it'll probably be on PC.
Well, then I'm fine.
But Xbox is also thinking about acquiring some other companies that have some ties to games I love. So if they start purchasing more things, I'm going to have to get an Xbox.
I know you guys were never really a big fan of these games, but I love the Gears of War games, and those are an Xbox exclusive. Oh my god!
What are they, Mike?
Those are an Xbox exclusive, and wow, what the fuck was that?
I had a Gears of War 3 Xbox 360.
Yes, 3 is actually my favorite one of the series, and has probably one of the most heartbreaking deaths out of any video game.
God.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's the most heartbreaking, but it's definitely like top 10.
Yeah, it's up there.
Dom.
Yes,
considering he had like a whole life and stuff that he.
And they play fucking Mad World in the background as he's doing it. It's just so perfect. Like if you've never played Gears of War 3, look up Dominic Santiago's death scene in Gears of War 3, and I'm telling you, even if you don't know the story, you're gonna get a little bit of the feels.
And Marcus Phoenix holding his like old football picture, crying about it.
It's just so well done, and I really wish. I know, fuck it, we're still talking about video games. I really wish that they would move forward with a Gears of War TV series or movie, because Dave Bautista really wants to play Marcus Phoenix.
Oh, and I think
he would be like perfect for that
3
role.
years ago, he bought the full suit and put out a short clip of himself as Marcus Phoenix opening the case that has Marcus Phoenix's like famous gun in it, and he just looks up at the camera and goes, "I can do that," or "I can fuck with that," or something like that.
Right. Well,
it looked great.
Knock at the Cabin earlier this year showed that Batista can be a really good serious actor.
He can.
So
I've heard so many mixed reviews about that movie.
Yeah, the movie as a whole, but Batista's great in it. I think
it's definitely
nobody denies that.
It's definitely no Cocaine Bear. I can't believe you didn't think I was going to enjoy that movie.
One of those is M. Night Shyamalan. Of course, he's very hit or miss as a director.
That's true.
Right.
He doesn't have the greatest track record.
I haven't watched a lot of his movies. And
Avatar? The Last Airbender?
M. Night
the best
Shyamalan.
Of all the Avatar movies?
Yeah, M. Night made that movie.
Did he really?
Yeah, it's regarded as one of the worst movies.
Well, I also watched The Village, so you can do with that whatever you will.
Yeah, M. Night probably has more misses for me than he does hits.
The Village is where I fell off that, man. I liked Sixth Sense, and I kind of liked Signs.
The Village was in Pennsylvania.
Oh, was it?
Still sucked.
I'm pretty sure they meant for that to be in Pennsylvania. Yeah, definitely fucking sucked.
Yeah, God,
exactly.
M. Night made After Earth.
Yeah, also horrible.
You're not really selling me on him.
No, I'm not trying to. I'm saying, wow, I guess he's made some. He made Old, which was one of my worst movies from 2021.
But Cocaine Bear was great.
But Cocaine Bear, yeah.
So, Adrian, is there anything that you have going on other than this podcast?
I have a channel on YouTube, Baker Reviews, where I occasionally talk about movies. I really do want to get a review out for Scream 6. I have a little script wrote up. I need to find time to sit down and record. But hopefully eventually I'll have a Scream 6 review out soon. That's Baker Reviews, youtube.com/Baker Reviews.
Baker Reviews.
Oh, thank you, Mike.
Definitely check out his backlog.
Check out my backlog.
You see there's a lot of comments on his videos, and I mean, there's this guy on there that's probably hits the nail on the head every time with how awful they are.
He's an asshole.
He's an asshole. But you know what? Baker Reviews hearts his comments. So you know what? That's
always
true. He takes constructive criticism well.
Good or bad. I don't do anything to fix it, but I do heart the comment. Corey, anything you want to give these lovely people our socials? Or
if you want to come see us on any of the socials, on Facebook, it's Culture Shocked Podcast. Instagram, it's Culture Shock 21. And if you want to come over to Twitter, where I do most of my work, it's CS Podcast 21.
Please review us like 5 stars wherever you get your podcasts, because, that really helps. Like, please. I don't even care if you hate the show. Still give us 5 stars. That's going to do it from all of us here at Culture Shocked. Thanks for listening.
Accio Hogwarts Legacy.